pilots, it's time to blast off into a galaxy far, far away, but this time in Ultrawide. Thanks to the X-Wing Alliance upgrade project and its new XWVM engine, this mod is the definitive way to play the 1993 classic X-Wing. So let's just be honest. This is why you bought an ultra-wide monitor, right? The feeling of being locked in an X-Wing cockpit with a widescreen field of view is ridiculously immersive. Every twist, every evasive roll, every engine flare becomes a moment you want to clip and replay. The expanded field of view lets you track enemies in a dogfight without spamming the radar, and the spatial awareness is night and day compared to a 16:9 setup. Playing this reskinned 1993 classic X-Wing on an ultra-wide display is like slipping into a freshly tuned starfighter. The extended field of view fills your peripheral vision with stars, blaster fire, and incoming TIE fighters. It doesn't just look great, it feels so damn good, giving you a legitimate edge in tracking enemies in situational awareness. For you old dads like me, if you've ever played X-Wing or X-Wing Alliance, you are surely feeling at home. But for the newcomers, you can jump right in. The controls are intuitive, the mission variety is excellent, and from squadron skirmishes to escort runs and trench-style assaults, every moment feels handcrafted for widescreen immersion. Playing this in ultra-wide feels commanding. You catch flanking maneuvers you'd miss in 16:9 or even 4x3. You'll track wingmen way more easily, and when you're weaving through an asteroid field with lasers slicing past your cockpit, the wider perspective cranks the intensity up to 11. The biggest 2 cents I can add to the gameplay is that this thing shits all over Star Wars Squadrons. The mechanics just feel right, and this is the Star Wars flight sim that we have all been truly waiting for.
Red leader, watch out!
The X-Wing Alliance upgrade project team didn't just patch textures, they really built the entire galaxy. Ships are intricately detailed, cockpits look like movie props, and lighting effects bring every battle to life. On an ultra-wide display, the visuals overhaul really gets on the shine. Ion engines glow and volumetric goodness. Lasers dance across your field of view and explosions light up the void like a space opera finale. The only thing I could say is that with the TRACKIR, I did have to tweak the settings a little bit, and I didn't get to try it in VR, but this just added to the sauce. Once it was tweaked correctly, I was in space sim heaven. So when we're talking performance, this is as smooth as a Bespin Cloud City marble. XWVM runs exceptionally well, even with settings maxed out. I stress tested it on my 4090 and native 32x9 by 7680x2160 and never saw any serious drops. Even in massive capital ships engagements or asteroid clusters, load times are quick, frame pacing is solid, and it rarely breaks a sweat. For a fan-made mod, that's forced tier wizardry right there. There was no weird UI glitches, no unreadable text. Every HUD element was crisp, clean, and logically placed. A rare feature in the ultra-wide modding world. You'll see shields, speeds, radar, and targeting info exactly where you needed them and remembered them without having to scan from one side of the galaxy to the other. Pair it with a decent headset and you've got the closest experience to Star Wars VR without actually putting on a headset. X-Wing XWVM is a masterclass in modernizing a classic, and it's a benchmark for how older games can shine in ultra-wide. If you've got a 21x9 or 32x9 display and any love of space sims, this is required for gaming. So let's turn our heads to the wide play scoreboard. The 21x9 support is a yes. The 32x9 support is a yes. Is there an ultra-wide warp factor? You're in a cockpit that is purely optimized for this. HUD 16x9 sizing, you don't need it. And does it feel immersive? Absolutely, I feel like I'm 8 years old again. So that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button and join us here on The Wireplay for more ultra-wide game breakdowns, for cinematic indies to retro remasters. If you've got another mod or classic space sim that sings in widescreen, drop it in the comments below. May the frames and the ultra-wide panels be with you. Peace.